Yo, what's going on guys? It's Rest and thank you for clicking on this video. Now in this one, I want to go over Rarities in Wonderlands. And just like all my other videos, this is just going to be information, speculation, and just giving my general opinion on everything that we know so far. If you guys would like to go look at this stuff for yourself, you can go over to the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands website. They have a bunch of valuable information on there, but I'm going to be reading a lot of stuff off of that website to you guys to watch at your own pleasure. So like I said, this is going to be all about the Rarities in Wonderlands and how is it going to be different than the other Borderlands games, or is it going to be the exact same. And there's also been a lot of talk about Pearlescence and Anointments. Are they going to be coming back to the game? And we don't have an exact answer yet, but we do have a lot of stuff kind of hinting towards an answer to that, and I'm going to go over all that in the video as well. So if you guys do enjoy this, consider doing all the normal YouTube stuff. It really helps me out and our community grow by getting these videos out there for everyone to see. I truly appreciate it. All right, but starting off over here on the website, we have Rarity, and the first paragraph says, the longer you've been adventuring, the more familiar you are with a universal truth. Not all loot is created equal. The weapons, spells, and equipable gear you find in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands come in a variety of rarities, which you can quickly identify by what color an item glows when it drops. The rarity color combos are in ascending order from least to most powerful. Then it just says common white, uncommon green, rare blue, epic purple, legendary orange. So from that first paragraph, and obviously the color rarity, it's going to be the exact same way as every single Borderlands game. Obviously it goes from white to orange, orange being the best. Obviously they're probably going to be unique weapons as well, like rares and epics that are also going to probably be on the same level as legendaries, like in pretty much every Borderlands game. But obviously it also says that weapon, spells, and equipable gear, so that's going to be your rings and amulets, wards, stuff like that, which I'm also going to have videos on all those as well. If you guys would like to see those, be sure to stick around. But then again, weapons and spells are also going to be part of this rarity. Now obviously with that list, Pearlescence is not on there, but we're going to continue reading before I talk more about Pearlescence later in the video. Now the next paragraph says, in general, the better an item's rarity, the more desirable it'll be, with bigger values for its associated stats and more potential for bonus effects. But it's good to be mindful of which pieces of gear synergize best with your build, so don't feel like you have to ditch that trusty rare item for an epic if the latter doesn't fit your playstyle. So this is just kind of talking about rarities in the game if you don't know much about it. Again, like I said, that's probably going to be some blue and purple weapons that are going to be really good. This paragraph even talks about, like, yeah, you don't have to ditch them if it pairs well with your build, no matter if this legendary has better stats. Obviously build crafting is a huge part of the game, so rarities are going to be kind of based on what your build is around, but just commonly orange is always going to be the best just in general. But obviously if there is a blue that is better for a build than an orange weapon, say there's a build in the game that requires you to ricochet bullets, or there might be a blue weapon that actually just bullets always ricochet, whereas there's no legendary game that can do it. That's kind of just what this paragraph is talking about. Then the last paragraph says, legendary items in particular are highly coveted for their unique effects, which will always be present even if their stats or item score vary. If you got one or more legendary items enhancing your Fate Maker specialties, you'll crank up your damage and survivability to new heights. So this paragraph, again, it's just saying legendaries are really good. If it pairs with your build, they're going to be even better with your Fate Maker. This also does confirm that item score is going to be back, just like in Borderlands 3, because it says even if their stats or item score vary, they're always going to keep the effect as well. So item score is coming back, and this just does pretty much seem like the general Borderlands 3 system, but I'm sure there are going to be some tweaks that actually make it a little bit better. Now getting to the part of the video where all you guys are probably wondering about is Anointments and Pearlescence. Are they coming back to the game? Everybody wants Anointments to stay out the game, and everybody wants Pearlescence to come back to the game. So you actually have some interesting stuff. If we actually take a look, talking about Anointments first, that'll be the first thing we talk about, is if we look at this trailer, obviously we have Mr. Tor right here playing his loot, the loot part of the trailer, and this is the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands official trailer. Obviously this is a bunch of loot dropping out. You know, we have greens, blues, purples, oranges, but the thing is though, if you actually pause, just like you saw right there, if you caught it, this legendary is obviously sparkling unlike the other legendaries, and that is due to the fact because that's annoying. If you remember in Borderlands 3, when you get an anoint on your gun, it kind of looks like this. So yeah, from that is pretty much confirmation that the Anointments are going to be back in the game. Obviously there's one right here. This one looks a little glowy up here in the top left, and obviously the one we were talking about. This does seem that Anointments are going to be coming back, which boasts a whole nother topic that we can get into that I will just kind of talk about 1 second. I'll just rewind this so you guys have some background footage playing. Obviously, if Anointments coming back, it can be kind of bad, but if they actually get it right, it could be good. Like in Borderlands 3, obviously there are some crazy Anointments where it's like you do 250% more damage when you use phase cast. Like just casting your active skill, you get that much damage bonus. It's insane. If there's just a bunch of little annoyance that's like maybe increase your accuracy and stuff, that won't be as bad. But if there is a gun that's like super duper inaccurate, but does a lot of damage and has that annoying, obviously that's just going to be the go-to. So it's going to be a very, very weird system to balance it. And hopefully when the game launches, they are going to have anoint reroll thing like they do on Borderlands 3 right now, because that will make it a whole lot easier. And I just hope that the anoints aren't crucial to every legendary weapon in the game like they are on Borderlands 3. You can pretty much get a garbage weapon and have a really good anoint on it, and you can make it work with pretty much any character. I really hope the guns are the show of the game, and the anoint are just like a little added bonus, especially if pearlescents aren't coming back to the game. They can kind of make it like a super rare thing to farm. Oh, you get a little extra stat bonus, just min-max. I really think it will be better like that, and I really hope that's how they balance it. But if it comes out like Borderlands 3 is, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But if you can actually reroll, like I said, it will be a little bit better. But now, since we're back to the original anoint spot that we were just talking about, I'm going to move over to pearlescence now, and it's some pretty interesting information that you guys might already know about, but if you don't, I will actually go over it right now. So we have Killer6 here, which I'm sure all of you guys probably know. He tweeted, after a weekend of playing the Redux mod, I can safely say Borderlands 3 100% should have pearlescence, and I genuinely don't understand why it didn't. That said, there's things about the mod I don't like and things I love, so let's cover them here. And then he just has the thread there, so because obviously he's just talking about everything he likes about the Redux mod. And the Redux mod is actually a mod created by Epic, or Epic NNG. Great guy. Definitely check out Redux mod. It is super, super fun. But getting into the next part of the tweet, we have Randy Pitchford actually replying to Killer6. And as you can see, Epic is also right there. But looking at Randy's tweet first, Pros of Borderlands 3 would have been cutting an entire weapon manufacturer or class of weapons in order to conform with gun architecture, plus memory constraints on certain consoles. So a non-parity between platformers would have ruled out cross-play forever. Trade-offs and tough decisions. So clearly from his tweet, crossplay couldn't have been a thing. They probably would have had to remove some weapon manufacturers if Pearls wanted to be in Borderlands 3. And obviously some trade-offs they wanted to do, and I would definitely say probably getting crossplay in and having more weapon manufacturers is probably better. But the interesting thing is that Epic replies, could you clarify what you mean by gun architecture plus memory constraints? I only ask because my team, the one who makes Redux, has added 3 new rarities to Borderlands 3 with 0 impact on performance. I love if you could please elaborate here, Randy. Then he says you're not developing on PS4. Obviously, Redux is just a PC only thing, so it probably is going to be a little bit easier just to have new rarities and stuff, and consoles kind of holding that back. Clearly, it says you're not developing on PS4. Then we have another response here by Apate, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but how then was Commander Lilith in Fight for Sanctuary able to add Evervence's rarities into Borderlands 2 on PS4, on top of already having Seraph and Pearls? And then Randy Pitchford responded, because we wanted to and we could. When the decision was sort of made for us that Commander Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary would not be made for at PS3 or Xbox 360, it created opportunities for us, including having enough memory overhead on PS4 and Xbox One to add Evervence's. So again, right here, it kind of seems situation where obviously there was new rarities with Commander Lilith. They couldn't actually do that on the old consoles, but they could do it on the new consoles. So that's why they were able to do it. But then the same situation here with Borderlands 3, they couldn't do it on the new consoles because they were not powerful enough. But obviously on something like PC, you can add new rarities and stuff. But then Epic right here asks another very good question, which did not get a response at the point of recording this video, but it may be a while later. But with Wonderlands not having Madawan or Atlas present, is it possible we may see new rarities make an appearance? So clearly at the beginning of the tweet, he's like, we couldn't add Pearls because there was too many manufacturers. Now there's not going to be 2 extra manufacturers, or Pearls going to be added to the game. There's still no direct answer, but this is all we have so far. And from the looks of it, obviously it was hard to add to Borderlands 3, but some of the stuff that was in Borderlands 3 is going away. So there is a chance it could be added. I'm still not 100% sure that it is going to be, but I know a lot of players have been asking for it, and Wonderlands does seem like a gift to the community. So they might actually do it. I'm not 100% sure since everybody wants it. I really, really hope they do, but we will just have to wait and see. Now that we're at the end of the video, I know if you're probably looking for the answer of, I hope anoints are going away and pearlescents are coming back. It's kind of the opposite, because anoints are clearly coming back and pearlescents are still not confirmed. There is a chance that they could. We still have to wait and see. I honestly think they'll probably just end up surprising us at some point. They might not even drop it. Somebody might just get one in Wonderlands when the game comes out, and that's how we know. That would be pretty cool. But I imagine they probably should announce it to increase their sales, because that's literally what everybody wants. Everybody wants to hunt for these super rare weapons and just have fun, because that's what Borderlands is all about. But that also brings back, if pearls are in the game and anoints are in the game and anoints are super strong, then you're gonna have to farm anoints, assuming they don't have a reroll system. It's a whole bunch of stuff going back and forth. Let's just hope that Gearbox actually does balance everything correctly and we get everything that we've ever wanted with this game. Like I said, this game does seem like a gift to the community, so hopefully they're gonna put everything in that we've ever wanted in any Borderlands game and we get the best product that we can get. Then a general recap of the first part of the video: the Wonderlands loot system is going to be pretty much every single Borderlands loot system that we've ever had. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.